going to be a title contender in the very. And when he winds up, it's from the backyard.
Welcome, fans, to another exciting edition of Continental Championship Wrestling. That's right, back on the air with the greats of Continental Championship Wrestling, past, present, and future. That's right, the young lions are coming, and we're excited about that. Tonight, we bring you matches from Blakely, Georgia. My friend here, Ben Masters with Bob Smith. Bob, it's great to see you, and we got some great action coming up on this program tonight with the beautiful Ball Besties. I'm talking about the most colorful, flamboyant tag team we've seen in a long time. Reminds me of the old days of Exotic Adrian Street.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, we have all the fallout from last week with the birthday party with the Fuller family. But you know what I'm most excited for, Ben?
What's that?
Fatal 4-way women's action here tonight.
4 women.
4 women.
At the same time.
At the same time.
All in the ring together. You don't want to miss it, fans. Pull up a chair, call a friend, and get ready for Continental Championship Wrestling. Starts now. Wow, the beautiful Ball Besties have entered the building, and Zack, they call him Encore, being led to the ring by Marvelous Michael Stevens.
His partner for life.
Yes.
Marvelous Michael Stevens.
Kind of BFFs, but they're both bald.
Right. This is from
I think they say lifetime partner.
Lifetime. That's right. This is from our Roland Blakely from 2016 in Blakely, Georgia at Early County High School.
You're watching Continental Championship Wrestling. Great to be back on air with you, with the young lions as well as the legends. The legends are going to be on the show tonight, and the fallout of what we saw last week with the Fullers. The Tennessee Stud is here tonight if we can decide which one he is.
That's right. Now CD Suave coming out to the ring, making his Continental debut.
CD Suave is certainly a well-rounded athlete, a young man who has obviously some great movements here. We'll see if he's just as adept at the ring action as he is with the dance. Speaking of dancing, these two guys right here, I'm quite sure they've had a few dances themselves.
Oh, yeah. CD Suave, one of the young lions looking to make his mark in Continental Championship Wrestling.
Hard to tell them apart if you don't know him, but that is Zack Edwards in the ring. And a very colorful, flamboyant guy, not just his attire, but his personality. And there you see, he's got his own little dance moves going on. I'm not sure his was quite as in line with Suave. Okay, I think the women were reacting to Suave, not to Zack. What do you think?
Not the cameraman?
Maybe not. Not the announcer either. All right, so now
okay. I give that about a 4 out of 10.
All right, so once the showdown stops, we'll have a wrestling match. And the bell sounded, locking up collar and elbow into a side headlock by Zack Edwards. Ben Masters here with Bob Smith. Great to bring you the great action each and every Saturday night right here on WPHN in Dothan. Getting ready for the Fan Fest, May 11th. Hope to see you there live in Dothan, Alabama. CCW 2.0 is coming. And look at that, maintains the high headlock, and that's how you control a man. Cutting off that oxygen supply and cutting off the movement, mobility of CB Suave.
You got to keep Michael Stevens in the back of your mind on the inside. We'll see him in action a little bit later on tonight against Drew Adler.
Michael Stevens, the brains of the operation, sometimes it seems. Beautiful fly drop kicks executed by CB Suave, and a little dance to capitalize. And there you see Marvelous Michael Stevens, affectionately known as Marv. Very sneaky, very tricky individual. You have to watch him at all times.
Zack Edwards having to regroup here a little bit. Caught off guard by that drop kick.
Usually you see these guys as a tag team combination, but as you see now, also in singles competition, these guys are very devious and don't sell Zack Edwards short. Oh, leg trip takedown by CB. Zack obviously is a good wrestler, but right now being out wrestled by CB Suave, blocking a hard punch by CB. I wonder what CB stands for, you know?
No idea.
I'll have to ask him.
He's kind of
Zack swings and misses, picks him up. Atomic knee drop by CB Suave. Shooting Zack in, arm hook reverse.
Another drop.
Inverted atomic knee drop into a single leg kick and right under the chin. Covers him lateral press, 1 count, 2, and only a 2 count.
Argue to count the ref, needs to stay on top of Zack Edwards here. Don't need to give him any room to regroup.
As you mentioned, later in the program, Marvelous Michael Stevens will be in ring action against Drew Adler, one of the most popular wrestlers we've had here in a long time. Whether you cheer him or boo him, this guy's one of the top athletes in the South right now.
You see right there, Michael Stevens grabbing the arm, and now Zack Edwards taking control.
Double axe handle to the back by Zack Edwards, and now CB now begging up from the corner, trying to get away from him and down on the canvas. And now Zack utilizing those ropes as a weapon. Referee calling for a break, and he gets a break before that count is over. It looks like maybe Marvelous Michael Stevens giving some words of encouragement there to Zack Edwards.
That lay across the throat of CB Suave.
Cut off the oxygen supply, and usually the wrestler will start going down. And it doesn't matter how big your body is, if you can't breathe, it's hard to function. A couple of blows did not really register with Zack Edwards. Zack pounds him down, picks him up again. Gonna arm hook him across into the ropes. Ducks a clothesline, comes off. Flying body press, hooks a leg. 1, 2. And again, Marvelous Michael Stevens trying to interfere. And we got a sleeper hold here. And he was already groggy from the oxygen supply being taken down. And this could take him out right here. You hear the fans cheering for CB Suave. He's in there with that sleeper hold and
trying to fight to get back to his feet.
I think he's lost some leverage here with the sleeper because the fact that CB dropped down. Maybe a little bit of movement there, breathing room. A couple of blows to the midsection of Zack Edwards.
Oh, and using the hair, throwing him down to the mat.
He threw him down hard, too. Blatant hair pull. Hooks that leg, 1 count. Not going to get CB on that. Going to take a little bit more than that. CB trying to find his wits about it. Trying to find a space to get up.
Using that ring rope again to choke him.
Zack Edwards will do anything to win a match. And here you see the deviousness of Marvelous Michael Stevens. And they are the beautiful ball bastards. Not sure who they call beautiful, but that's what they call themselves. Their actions are surely not beautiful. Couple of blows as CB continues to try to fight back here on Continental Championship Wrestling. On WTHN right here Saturday night. Elbow by Suave. Charges into a boot, and Suave trying his best to fight back here. Trying to make his return to action. Retaliation. Good maneuver. Flips over him. Ducks a clothesline. And caught him with a lariat. Long extended lariat. Beautifully executed standing drop kick. Goes up again, hooks him. He's got him for a neck breaker. This could be it right here on Zack Edwards. 1, 2. So close.
See, we thought he had him there, but can't take any time to argue the count. He needs to stay on the offensive here.
You talked about the legends of Continental Championship Wrestling. The Young Lions, just 2 examples here of what's up and coming here. When you come to a CCW event, come out and see us live. Whenever you see CCW, you're seeing the best.
There's a reversal. I'm trying to fight off Zack Edwards out of the corner.
Desperation move here by CB. Another drop kick. Very good in his arsenal. And you see the fire now returning to CB Suave. Body press into the corner. splashes him, throws him across, and comes in with a very good standing back kick. And look at that inverted neck breaker. Corkscrew, very good, too.
And look at Michael Stevens putting Zack Edwards
Got a
on the rope.
3 count, but
to break up the count.
marvelous Michael Stevens showing that he is in this match as well. When you see one, Bob, you see them both.
Ref didn't see Michael Stevens getting involved.
So CB thought he had it, so he'll have to keep fighting here.
Zack Edwards getting the knees up. Clothesline off the second rope.
Hooks that leg, he's got him covered. When you fight one of these besties, you fight the other. Always another man to watch over your back. Referee now trying to stay on top of the action. Zack complaining about the count. Hard right punch by Zack Edwards. And the beautiful ball bestie now throwing some punches. Good reversal, hooks him out to a suplex. Standing suplex, holds him up.
Power there to hold him up like that.
And takes him down. 2 3/4 count.
Zack Edwards barely getting the shoulder up, and Michael Stevens hopped up on the apron like he was going to get involved.
Stevens does not want his man Zack to get beat, that's for sure.
Ref needs to get him down.
Hopefully CB won't make the mistake of being distracted by the other. And that's exactly what he's doing, going after Marvelous. No, don't go after him.
Roll up.
Watch your man. One.
He's got
roll
the
up.
trunks.
He's got a handful of trunks.
And now the 3 count. Now Michael Stevens hopping into the ring now. Both men attacking CB Suave.
Man, this guy, CB Suave, he had the match won. Obviously having to fight 2 men instead of 1. 2-on-1 situation here. Both men now jumping CB Suave.
Zack Edwards steals the victory away, and now both men, ref trying to get them away from CB Suave, but to no avail. And
here comes Drew Adler running out of the dressing room, coming into the ring. And Drew Adler is the man that is set to wrestle Marvelous Michael Stevens here tonight. Stevens out of the ring quick.
Ball Bessies go to retreat to celebrate their victory.
Well, if you call it that, cheating is what I call it. The winner is Zack Edwards, but certainly questionable victory here for the bestie. Drew Adler's in the ring.
I think we have some chickens in the building. We got a couple wild chickens out here. Michael Stevens, I know we have a match scheduled later in the evening, but what I am proposing to you, let's do it right now.
Right now. We're not going to wait. We're going to have it right now, Bob.
That's what it sounds like. Drew Adler's put down the challenge.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll join this match up next.
I'm trying to get into my car, and then somebody comes and jumps me from behind, and you just wrote off your end game. Because May 11th, CCW 2.0, I'm going to end it.
Jive and Jerry Stubbs, you bring everybody that you got May the 11th to Dothan, Alabama, and I'm gonna bust every one of your heads, and that's just exactly what I'm gonna do with that crescent wrench.
Back here in Blakely, Georgia, match already started.
Drew Adler, one of the top competitors, not only in Georgia, but Alabama, Tennessee, Florida. This young man, now based in South Carolina, a big addition here to Continental Championship Wrestling. He will be, both these guys will be part of the big Fan Fest CCW 2.0 on Saturday, May 11th. Make sure that you have your tickets because that's going to be an outstanding night. Drew Adler taking on Tracer X, and you know that's going to be an incredible match.
Oh yeah, anytime Tracer gets into the ring, it's a sight to see. And now Michael Stevens getting thrown out of the ring, but quickly back in to try to get back on the offensive.
Hard punch, and look at these punches by Drew Adler. Drew Adler, the taller of the two, and has the longer extension on the arms. This tight punch there on Stevens. And Stevens is on the ropes. A little history between these two guys. They used to be in the same alliance, but not anymore. Drew drops him across the top of the knee.
It used to be the backbone, and now...
Well, I think Stevens tried to be the boss a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And Drew Adler might have been a little bit more than being bossed around. Arm whipping Stevens across the ring now. Charging in, Stevens caught it with the knee. Now, one thing about Michael Stevens, you can like him, hate him.
Power slam.
Whether you like him or not, Stevens is very, very adept in the ring and very capable. Whether you like what he wears, what he says, how he dances, what he does, he is a wrestler. Again, goes up with a step-up enziguri and caught him in the top of the head. Leg lariat. Television lays on back of him. Not going to be quite as easy, I think, to pin Drew Adler.
Especially that type of pin, you got to get full leverage on him to try to keep those shoulders down. You just lay across the man like that, he's easily going to get up.
Drew Adler, one of the young lions to watch here in Continental Championship Wrestling. This man's going places, and it's great to have him here in the hotbed.
Michael Stevens getting caught up in the ropes as Drew Adler was able to avoid. Now, Zack Edwards coming to check on his partner. Drew Adler off the ropes, diving through the ropes.
Got both of them.
Taking out both men.
Now look at this. Up here on top of the chairs, the fans behind this young man. Outstanding athlete. Risk taker. And most of the times it pays off for Drew Adler. Caught him with a shoulder in the midsection. Sunset flip, but look how he landed on his feet. Good flip. Long knee to the midsection, to the gut. Hook to leg.
Michael Stevens just barely able to kick out Drew. And shock, can't believe it. Zack Edwards, though, you got to watch him up on the apron.
You notice the trunks. Drew Adler, a Mario fan, obviously.
Now CD Suave back out here, pulls Zack Edwards off the apron.
Schoolboy rolls him up. Wait for a clothesline, step up, kick, and caught him.
And that'll do it.
He got him. 1, 2, 3, and thank goodness CD Suave stayed out there.
Drew Adler, victorious here at Continental Championship Wrestling.
Bob Smith here with the monster Mike Payne. CCW coming up May 11, Dothan, Alabama, the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds. Hall of Famers, up-and-comers, and this guy, the monster, is going to be there. What do you have to say to anyone that might try to dare face you in the ring?
It's like this right here. I've taken on the biggest, the baddest. I've taken on Hall of Famers myself. It's time to knuckle up or shut up.
You heard it from the man. Dothan, Alabama, National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds. Be there.
And now it's time for the women of the ring, the Wildcats, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
You were so excited last week.
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited for this. Yes, I am.
Lindsay Snow, a submission machine right here. Now, this young lady, she's covered in ink, but in that ring, she will hook you fast and make you tap.
Lindsay Snow, very talented performer.
And here comes Kiera Hogan, and Kiera has been seen in multiple outlets in pro wrestling. You're liable to see her anywhere. She's a well-traveled wrestler, and because of her skills, one of the best in women's wrestling today.
Yes, she is.
And outstanding girl outside the ring. Great girl to talk to. So we got 4 women here competing, only 1 winner. Who's going to come out of this? This girl that she says is on fire. And Priscilla Kelly, and some of you reality fans might recognize her from Big Fat Gypsy Wedding reality show. She got married when she was 14 on this reality show, and she's no longer married to that guy, but when she was a kid, that was her thing. That Indian culture, they believed in choosing the husband for them. That's what the show was for. And here's America Strong. You talk about an athlete that, I mean, you can tell she has lifted some weights.
You can tell that we haven't.
No. Yeah, I don't need her to stand next to you. I'm getting out of the ring now because I can't deal with that. And so we got Kiera Hogan, Girl on Fire. We got Lindsay Snow, Priscilla Kelly. She calls herself the Priscilla Kelly now. Okay. And America Strong, powerhouse in the ring. She's not your Lou Thez wrestler. She's your powerhouse. And the bell is sounded. All 4 girls are in there, and anything can happen in a situation like this.
Ref definitely got his hands full of this one.
Now we have Priscilla. Looks like she's teaming up here for a minute with America. Goes in for a double clothesline, ducked it. Couple of drop kicks by Girl on Fire and Lindsay Snow. And Priscilla and America going down. Lindsay now slamming so many color hairs in here. We got purple, orange, red. What we got here? Black.
Kiera Hogan, Priscilla Kelly fighting on the outside. America Strong has Lindsay Snow up for a big slam.
Scoop slam. She slammed her hard, too. Picks her up again like a sack of potatoes. Kiera now thrown into that ring post. The women of the ring, they're not taking it easy. They are slamming hard and throwing hard. They are athletes all the way.
Go for a quick pin.
And there will be women at the CCW 2.0. Mariah Blake coming in against Devin Nicole. That'll be a big girls match. And midgets there as well, Bob, on May 11th in Dothan at the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds. Make sure you're there. You going to be there, Bob?
I'm going to be there. America Strong.
Anytime there's women wrestling, Bob is there.
Yes, I am. America Strong just staying on top of Lindsay Snow. Cover attempt. Now Kiera getting in the ring to break up the pinfall attempt.
Barely able to do it, and Priscilla cuts her off. You got some wildcats in this ring now. And look at this, I'm pounding away at the head, throwing fist punches.
America Strong just standing back and letting Priscilla have her way with Kiera Hogan.
But let's not forget that although they're working together, somewhere in this match, they're going to have to go against each other because this is the 4-way. They're not going to be partners forever. One of them's got to win, one of them's got to lose.
America Strong, Priscilla. Stare down now in the ring.
Friend or foe. Goes for a kick, spins her around, goes up with a kick, misses. Caught her that time in the side. How do you go after someone that tall and with that physique?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Kind of like a Wonder Woman figure here. Hard bolo punch by Priscilla Kelly. And a back kick. Slamming, look at that, Kiera on the floor. Into the ring apron, and that's a hard, straight board right there. Lindsay Snow and Kiera Hogan outside. Somebody just lost some hair.
I believe that was America Strong that lost some of those extensions.
Is that her hair or is that somebody else's hair?
Priscilla Kelly now trying to get America Strong tied up in the ropes.
And look at this. Into a submission type maneuver. And it's going to be the referee calling for a break on the ropes. These girls are going all in, all at it. America Strong in that corner. Vulnerable. Arm whips the big girl across. Charges in with a clothesline. Outside the ring, Lindsay Snow slamming again. The girl on fire into that ring apron.
There's action all over the place. And Kiera Hogan again hard to that ring post.
And Kiera is taking a blunt of punishment here. And in the ring, here we have a submission hold. And Priscilla Kelly trying to take the big girl down. She's got her, but it looks like America picking her up. She's picking her up and gonna throw her off. Again, hard to lock in a submission hold on a big girl. And Kiera right up there takes her down. Talk about a migraine. Somebody's head's gonna be hurting in the morning. The action hot and heavy from Blakely, Georgia. You're watching CCW on WDHN every Saturday night. Move for a step-up kick. And she drops her. Just enough momentum to drop her. And there's Priscilla. Action everywhere you look. Everywhere you turn around, there's action. You see the gypsy. Priscilla Kelly. America Strong going at it now with Kiera Hogan. Kiera now rolling her up. He's got her. 1, 2, 3.
Kiera gets her.
She's got her. Girl on fire. Rolled up the big girl. America Strong and got the pin. Girl on fire. Kiera Hogan wins this match, and she's one you'll see in every wrestling arena where there's top-notch action. And today she's with Continental Championship Wrestling. Your winner, Kiera Hogan, the fatal 4-way for the women. More action's coming up here tonight. Don't you dare go away. Continental Championship Wrestling is on the air. And we're getting ready for Fan Fest. May 11th. Continental Championship Wrestling fans, get ready. CCW 2.0 is coming live to Dothan, Alabama at the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds Building number 3 with all the stars of the past, the future, and the present. We're talking about the Tennessee Stud, Ron Fuller, Colonel Robert Fuller, talking about Jimmy Golden, talking about the Midnight Express, that's beautiful Bobby Eaton, and Loverboy Dennis Tondre. Abdullah the Butcher returns, meet and greet with that crazy man from Sudan. Also, the legend WWE Hall of Famer, Jake the Snake Roberts, DDT. Here it comes, and I hope he keeps that snake in the bag. Also there, though, Cowboy Dennis Gale. Situation is getting hot and heavy with Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs, and it's probably going to all come to a ball May 11th at CCW 2.0.
And the last time we were in Dothan, it really got fiery. We're actually going to take a look back at what happened.
You know, these people here would like to come see me too, you know.
Sir, you're not on the itinerary for tonight?
No, I'm not. I bought a ticket.
Where is it?
It's in my pocket.
Well, why are you not sitting down?
Huh? I don't want to sit down. Do you make all the
Larry, would you get this guy back, please?
Why don't you get Dennis Gale out here and let him have a talk?
I really don't.
Because I've been trying to talk to him for weeks.
We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that here.
Just call him out here. That's all you got to do is call him out here.
Officer.
Hey,
She needs to settle at your house.
hey, I got some friends in the back. Why don't you come on out? Come on out. I got some friends. Come on out. You don't think I'm going to come by myself, do you? Yeah, I got friends. I got a lot of friends. I got more than you think I do. Yeah, there they come. Those are my friends. I got a lot of friends. But what I want you to do is call Dennis Gale out here so I can have a talk with him. I've been trying to talk to him for weeks.
Charlie, I'm not going to do this. If you want to talk to him, you talk to him. I'm done.
What is this all about, Jerry?
I just want to talk to Dennis Gale. I've been trying to talk to him for weeks. And that's been months before I just want him to come out here and talk to me. That's all I want him to do is come out here and explain to me why I can't be on these cards. I've been on these cards a long time. I helped make this crowd. I helped make people in this town. I love this town. Yeah. Hey, come on out. I just want to talk to you.
I don't know if this is a place where you need to be settling this, Jerry. I mean, my gosh. I don't think this is the place you ought to do it. You ought to sit down somewhere.
He don't want to sit down. I've been trying to sit down and talk to the man. The man don't want to come out. Oh, yeah. Hey, you got a lot of nerve to come out here by yourself. Oh, yeah. You think that's going to help you? You think that's going to help you?
I didn't come by myself, oh boy. Guess what? I brought double C. It's bigger than the 12.
Yeah.
You understand?
Well, hit me.
Oh,
Hit
don't
me.
Austin, can you get him out of here, please? Can we get him? I'm here. We just saw what happened to crazy cowboy Dennis Gale. Dennis, I warned you not to get associated with this man, Jerry Stubbs, but you saw what happened. He had his henchman there. You had your wrench, and man, that got hot.
Well, you know, they decided they wanted to try and use some fire and burn me, but it didn't turn around and work out too good for them, did it? And thank God for Captain Ivy, kept me from going to jail for taking that wrench and hitting Jerry Stubbs upside the head. But Jiving Jerry Stubbs, let me tell you something, buddy. You bring everybody that you got May the 11th to Dothan, Alabama. You bring that ignorant Randy Rose, too, to stand in your corner and wipe your little hiney, son. And I'm going to take Mr. Crescent, and I'm going to bust every one of your heads. And if you got anybody else that you want their nuts tightened, bring them on down. And that's just exactly what I'm going to do with that crescent wrench.
Saturday, May 11th, Dothan, Alabama.
Dennis Gale definitely upset over what happened last time we were in Dothan, and he's going to get a chance to go one-on-one with Jiving Jerry Stubbs.
And it's not a wrestling match.
It's not a wrestling
lights-out match, not sanctioned by CCW. The building is not responsible. We're not responsible. Dennis Gale's not responsible. Jerry Stubbs is not responsible. If anybody gets hurt or worse, anything can happen.
So your guys'
cameraman's not responsible either. But now, if you get close enough, you might be involved.
Okay.
This is Clyde Braddock, the Grand Design, teaming with the Assassin. And, you know, this Dandy Jack character's been around for years and years, and I don't know what happened to him. But in this match, he was guiding these two. And I think you would agree, Clyde Braddock, one of the top guys right now. I don't always agree with his tactics, but certainly in the ring, he can get the job done.
Yeah, he's one heck of an in-ring performer. A lot of great things to come out of Clyde Braddock. One of the many stars of Continental Championship Wrestling you can see on a regular basis.
And he will also be at CCW 2.0. As will these two guys, Wildcat, Wendell Cooley, and Frankie. They call him the Thumper Lancaster. And these guys in phenomenal shape. You know, I don't know if Frankie Lancaster was any smaller when he was 25 years old. And he is still in phenomenal shape.
And everywhere we go, the Continental fans love these two
These
legends.
Two former Puerto Rican tag team champions, and certainly they're legendary in Continental. And this is a good example of the young guys against the legends. And sometimes we put the legends in there with the young lions to see, you know, I mean, you never know. Anybody can get beat at any given time. And speaking of legends, there's one in the ring right now wearing a striped shirt. Larry Brock, one of the best referees of all time. He's refereed so many classic matches in CCW, and it's great to have Larry as part of the roster here at CCW.
Going super casual with the shorts.
Yeah, it must have been a hot night there.
It's a hot night wherever we go.
It's hot. It's getting hotter, I think. Right now, referee Larry Brock telling them they can get one guy out, one guy in. And let's see who starts for each team. It's going to be the Assassin, the Mysterious Man. And let's see who he starts with. Having words right now with Frankie the Thumper Lancaster.
Who is the Assassin? You ever get a look at
him? He's from parts unknown, and every time I go to the back and try to see who it is, he's wearing a mask. So,
does he take the mask off? And there's
one time he had the mask off in the shower and he had a towel over his head. So I didn't get to see who he was, and I wouldn't get that close in the shower. So that was that. Right now it's Wildcat Wendell Cooley. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, he don't want to go. That man has always been one of the top contenders here in Continental Championship Wrestling, and locking up now with a younger, bigger Assassin. I say younger. I don't even know how old he is. Maybe he's older.
And both Wendell Cooley and Frankie Lancaster smart enough to know that they're going to have to keep their eye on Dandy Jack outside the ring.
The action here in Blakely, Georgia. As we're gearing up, you will see Wildcat Wendell Cooley and Frankie the Thumper Lancaster in Dothan at the National Peanut Festival Fairground Building number 3, air-conditioned, on Saturday, May 11th. Make plans to be there if you have not done so. They've got a phenomenal 6-man tag team match coming up. They'll be joining forces with Jimmy Golden's son, Bobby, taking on the Dirty Blondes, and 6-man tag team
There goes
action.
Lancaster after Dandy Jack.
Yes. And here we go. Dandy Jack posing. Not real impressed, though.
When the Assassin tags in Clyde Braddock, and now Wendell Cooley gets Frankie Lancaster in the ring. 2
fresh men in the ring, and both of them consummate athletes. You know, Clyde is a good king of psychology, but he doesn't back down from any fights. Arm drag takedown, beautifully executed by Frankie, and he's complaining about the hair pull.
He doesn't have any hair to pull.
Maybe he pulled his ear. I don't think that Frankie would resort to that, but Of course, Clyde's going to complain if he can. And Larry Brock warning both men. And here it is, Clyde now circling his man. Locking up again, center ring. Hip toss takedown by Frankie. And again, Braddock goes down and complains again. Just not willing to accept the fact that he was overpowered. Look at the man. What's he control you that? Assassin coming back in. And a masked man, you know, he may have a lot of advantages here because you don't know who he is. You don't know what he's thinking. His eyes are kind of hard to see. Really hard to work against masked competitors sometimes.
Lancaster using that psychology to get Clyde to get into the ring so that the ref will be distracted to make a switch.
And the referees that Cooley's in and the fans saying, yes, they tagged. Turnabout is fair play. Wrestling is a game of chess, and sometimes psychology is a big part of that. Human chess.
Clean break from the Assassin. Something you don't see every day.
Nope. And Assassin give him his due here, whoever he is. He's not backing down. Locking up into a side headlock by Wendell Cooley. The Wildcat. Again, we have a little switch as Clyde Braddock trying to stop this from happening. Is actually enabling it to happen. Hip toss takedown. Hip lock takedown. Locks down on the headlock.
Larry Brock going over to Wendell Cooley, make sure that the tag was made, and of course they're going to say it was. Danny Jack complaining, saying there was no tag.
You know, sometimes turnabout is fair play, and these guys get a dose of their own medicine. If you break the rules long enough, guess what? The other guy can break them too. And these guys are veterans. They know their way around the ring. Tag now, that time they saw it.
And made sure that Larry was paying attention so he could see it.
Side headlock now by Wendell Cooley. You see the Assassin now full arm twist into a standing wrist lock by Cooley, reversal and a wrist lock by the Assassin. And look now, Braddock now grabbing that arm and gonna jerk that arm like a pump handle, pumping the arm and just pulling it out of socket there. Dandy Jack claiming that he is the smart one here. Could have fooled me. Up to that arm now, giving Cooley fits.
Wendell Cooley trying to tell Larry Brock what just happened.
Well, interference there by Clyde Braddock. The grand design full arm twist again. And taking that arm back. And again, wrenching down with all that strength. Jerking the arm. You see how hard he was pulling. Almost pulled Wendell Cooley out of the ring.
Now Lancaster coming around the ring to go after Dandy Jack.
Enough is enough. And of course, Dandy Jack's not dumb enough to stand there. He moves.
The Assassin with Wendell Cooley in the corner, wrenching that arm again.
Again, locking that wrist.
But this time, looks like Cooley's going to reverse it.
He grabbed the wrong arm. He doesn't know he has his partner's arm. And now he's pumping the arm of the Assassin. And there he noticed, a little too late, and he is wearing down his own partner. The Assassin, none too happy about that. And Dandy Jack, very upset. So much for good planning.
Now the Assassin.
He wants Braddock in the ring.
He's leaving.
That's what he thinks about that.
Dandy Jack trying to beg the Assassin to stay, and Lancaster's not going to let him go anywhere.
Braddock doesn't know what to do. He's kind of frozen here. Got busted. Didn't mean to grab his own partner. He's trying to shake the effects off of that arm. Get the feeling back in there. Take one arm out, one leg out from the guy. It's kind of hard to do anything.
Now a tag to Braddock.
And a little shove tag, too. Not very happy with Braddock. Braddock back in the ring now with Frankie, the Thumper Lancaster. They don't come to Thumper for nothing. Locking up, boot to the midsection by Lancaster. And to a full-on twist, standing wrist lock. And now locking that arm. Controlling his man in the ring. Using that power. In with the boot tag is made. Wendell Cooley is in. Full-arm twist. And notice how they continue the same arm, and now reversal into a wrist lock on Wendell Cooley.
And now
the assassin has that window going. Pump handle time. That must have been Danny Jack's favorite maneuver here. He just keeps getting the same thing going. Hopefully it works out better for him this time.
Again,
and that time
like
grabbing Wendell.
This time
wrenching that arm.
There's so much going on. Larry doesn't know which way to turn. He doesn't know to try to keep Lancaster out of the ring and also trying to keep the assassin from getting involved.
Being a referee is a thankless job.
And now look at this reversal, and now
there's that Clyde Braddock, and now look, he's getting some of his own. Payback, and Danny Jack is about to have a fit. Now these two partners, I got a feeling they'll never tag again. What do you think? They're not getting along too well.
No, the chemistry is just not there for this one.
And now it's Frankie the Thumper Lancaster saying, come on.
Lancaster's trying to tell Braddock to hit the assassin.
Yeah, he'd love to see that happen.
Now Danny's trying to get his guys to regroup.
Now you see what's happened. The veterans have got these two guys going against each other. And that's going to take away the momentum of the tag team and probably lead to a victory for the Legends. But Clyde, like we said, he's a fighter. He's going to get back in there. And he's not a quitter. So he's right back in there, but he's going to tag his partner and let him get some. Wendell Cooley with the assassin. Locking up again. Knee now by the assassin. Bolo forearm to the back, and now riding his man. Choking him into that rope and that turnbuckle. Notice that no turnbuckle pads here. Just turnbuckle, wire, and tape. And metal cables.
Very unforgiving.
That'll split you open in a heartbeat. And now Clyde Braddock taking full advantage whenever he can. Choking with the referee's not looking. And look, now we try the tag, and they did not tag. Larry Brock might have heard a slap, but it wasn't a tag. And a full arm twist into that standing arm bar again with that wrist locked. Arm bar now cinched in. And that arm bar will control the man. Wherever that arm goes, the body usually will follow. And the upper power and strength of Clyde Braddock being shown here. You're watching CCW on WDHN. Watch us each and every Saturday night for the best in Continental Championship Wrestling legends and young lions.
Visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Continental Championship Wrestling, for all the updates for future shows and events to find out where you can see Continental Championship Wrestling live in your area.
You know, Jake the Snake Roberts is coming. Abdul the Butcher, the Midnight Express, they're all coming to FanFest. It's going to be May 11th. You make sure you're there. Missy Hyatt, I know, another one of your favorites. And here's Frankie the Thumper Lancaster chasing, I'll call him Little Man, acting like a chicken over there. Rear chinlock now applied with a knee to the back by the assassin. And that's going to cut off the oxygen and pull back on that back muscle, that spinal column, and cuts off a lot of the air now, supply of Wendell Cooley.
Danny Jack always tries to act like a big man when he's got backup.
Win. He always has an assassin somewhere in his pocket. I don't know what it is about him and assassins, but it seems like that's his thing. The assassins have been notorious and very...
He's over there now trying to get the attention of Lancaster.
Lancaster trying to reach out too far away to tag. Referee Larry Brock right in on top of the action, making sure there's not a chokehold here. And with the assassin, there certainly could be. And the fans at ringside really giving Danny Jack a hard time.
Trying to get behind Wendell Cooley to get him back into this matchup.
And it's working. As for the fan support, it really does help. Getting Wendell back up to his feet.
Now creating some separation, but using the hair to throw Wendell Cooley back on the mat. An elbow drop misses.
Thank goodness Wendell had the wherewithal to get up and move out of the way. And now if he can just get over there to his corner. He's in no man's land.
Instead of going for a tag, goes for another elbow, misses again.
He should have tagged. Wendell now, if he could just get it together. He can just pull it together. The fans are cheering him. He can just get back to his feet. Tag is made. Clyde Braddock, the Grand Design, comes in. And tag is made. In comes Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Lancaster now pounding on both the assassin and Clyde Braddock. All whips the assassin in. A backdrop on the big assassin. pounding away now in the corner on Clyde Braddock. All 4 men now in the ring at the same time. All whips him in and a backdrop on Clyde Braddock, and Frankie the Thumper Lancaster's on fire. Pounding away now, all 4 men now. It looks like Lancaster and Cooley have it together, throwing these men into each other, and both men collide. Double roll up, double stool boy. And we got a pin, and Dandy Jack trips on the way in the ring.
Wildcat Wendell Cooley, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster victorious.
Great matchup here. Wendell Cooley and Frankie Lancaster proving that the legends of CCW are still alive and well and can still get the job done in that ring. You'll see them live at CCW 2.0 May 11th in Dothan. Don't you dare miss the Legends Fan Fest. Larry Brock will be there too.
Danny Jack's going to have to go back to the drawing board if he wants to beat these two.
He might need a new assassin. I don't know. Clyde Braddock might not even work with him again. Clyde Braddock is a very shrewd businessman, and he doesn't like failure.
On Saturday, May 11th, meet the legends of Continental Championship Wrestling at CCW 2.0 Fan Fest, featuring the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller, Robert Fuller, Hall of Famer Bullet Bob Armstrong, Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts, Hall of Famer Abdullah the Butcher, beautiful Bobby Eaton and Loverboy Dennis Condrey, and more. It's CCW 2.0 Fan Fest at the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds in Dothan, Alabama on Saturday, May 11th. Visit Facebook.com/Continental Championship Wrestling for more information or call 229-205-6043 for tickets. And now it's time for our main event. Cowboy Dennis Gale and the Dirty Blondes on their way to the ring. Last week, if you were not with us, a lot happened with the Fuller family. Initially, a matchup between Jimmy Golden and Michael Patrick, with Ron Fuller in the corner of Michael Patrick. Michael Patrick's partner, Brian Bam Bam Brock, would get involved in that match, and Ron Fuller took exception to it. Didn't like anyone getting involved in the matches in the wrong way. He doesn't do business that way. So Ron did an effort to try to bring the family together because it was Robert's birthday.
Right.
They held a little birthday party. The Blondes crashed the birthday party. Brian Brock ends up getting a face full of cake. Robert Fuller then challenges Brian Brock to a match. And of course, the Blondes get involved, and it ends up into this match here tonight. 6-man tag team action.
The Dirty Blondes with the Crazy Cowboy and Michael Patrick about to speak.
The Blondes seem to always have something to say.
Oh yeah, and they're very controversial wrestlers.
And it looks like they're not agreeing right now with Dennis on something.
A lot of fans compared them to the Freebirds of the old days. These guys are as rowdy as they come, Bam Bam Brock and Maniac Michael Patrick. But Dennis Gale is as crazy as they come, so when you get dirty and crazy together, something's bound to happen.
You're gonna hear me talk. You morons here in Blakely, Georgia, I hope you wrote this date down in your calendar, because it's an important day in history. Today's the day that the original Tennessee stud Ron Fuller comes out of retirement, but it's also the same day that he's going right back into the retirement home. When you got a horse, what? Let me tell you something. When you got a horse and he breaks his leg and he's no longer useful, you know what you do with that horse? You put him out of his misery. Let me tell you something. We don't need to cause no more trouble than what we've already got. Now let's just beat them and get out of here. What's your problem, cowboy, huh? You want to talk about who's causing trouble? Last time, when they embarrassed the Dirty Blondes, shut up when I'm talking, huh? Last time, when they embarrassed the Dirty Blondes by putting Leo's... I swear you people need to shut up, huh? Let's beat them and go! What, do you feel sympathy for these old-timers, huh?
Well, the Fuller family and the stud stable has heard enough. Dennis Gale sounds like he's having some second thoughts about this match. He just wants to get it over with. And now here comes Ron Fuller, Robert Fuller, and the gorgeous Jimmy Golden.
Robert and Ron having something's going on with the jacket here. He's got that Tennessee stud jacket. Ron Fuller on the way in. Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden there with them. And it's been a while since Ron and Robert have actually wrestled. Ron wrestling last week for the first time, and Ron back in ring action. Never say never for these legends. The Dirty Blondes, two of the dirtiest guys ever, but here's Robert. Colonel Parker, as they call him.
Listen, man, you ought to see that jacket right there that he's wearing. It matches my apparel this evening. He took it out of my bag. He's a damn thief out here. I hate to come out here and call my brother a thief, but he put on a jacket, and by the way, you're holding me back when I could rip it off of his. Hey, I took this out of your bag because 20 years ago, you took it out of my closet, you. And you ain't the Tennessee stud, and you never will be, by God. It don't make any difference whether you're wearing a jacket or not. I'll tell you what, how about I just climb in that ring right there and just rip it off your butt right now? We have an extra match here tonight. I don't think I'm coming in there, Jimmy. I don't think you helping me a lot either. You can help me take it off of him. You know he don't belong with that anyway. Somebody better do something pretty quick.
Can you say family feud?
It looked like they were getting along, but not anymore.
Now, Ron and Robert have always had that off again, on again, love-hate relationship. And tonight seems to be going the other way because of the jacket.
Now the Blondes, they have the stud jacket.
And wiping under their arms with it. And they're behind. Look at this. Disgracing the legendary Tennessee stud Ron Fuller, and Dennis Gale taking a little offense to that. Jimmy Golden in the ring now, pounding away, and Ron Fuller, look at those punches. He still throws him a mile away. Jimmy Golden now, the gorgeous one. And they get him out of the ring.
I told you, you can't listen. You just can't listen. Speed on it, let's go. That's all we gotta do. It's speed on it, let's go. You wanna get up there and act like an ass. We came here to embarrass him. You're not embarrassing nobody but yourself. That's all you do, embarrassing you, him, and me. Let's get up there, beat him, and let's go. Hold on here just a minute, Dennis. Looks like to me, folks, this thing is all screwed up here this season. I've got the wrong partners. Dennis, it appears to me you got the wrong partners. How about you and me just switch off over with your boys and you try to go with these couple of old fellas right here? You might not feel really good with them. You mean to tell me you think I would have tagged with them? And you tagged with them? That's what I'm saying there, fella. Hell yeah!
All right, well, it just has switched around, Bob. Now we got Cowboy Dennis Gale with Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud, and Jimmy Golden against the Dirty Blondes and Robert Fuller.
A new Tennessee stud stable. Boys, let me clear up tonight. I am the coach. I'm the quarterback. You boys are the players. What I'm going to do tonight is what I've done all of my life, making great talent. And I'm going to tell you what, boys, it's going to be the greatest night you ever had in your whole life. We just got to figure out who's going to be able to start this thing. How about the paper, scissors, and rock deal? You like that? That's right.
Not the first time Ron Fuller and Robert Fuller have been on opposing sides. It's been a long time since these guys went in the ring against each other or anywhere else as far as that goes. And both in great shape here. The legends and the young lions together. Cowboy Dennis Gale, Jimmy Golden, and Ron Fuller tagging together. Legendary material here against the Dirty Blondes, Minnie and Michael Patrick. Bam Bam, Brian Brock, and Robert Fuller.
Robert Fuller getting his new tag team fired up. Just like Brian Brock, he won the rock, paper, scissors to start it.
Dennis Gale starting out with Bam Bam.
Wasting no time.
And Gale now pounding away on Bam Bam and Brian Brock. And of course, Brock will throw it right back at you. He can give it and take it both ways. High knee there by Brock. But Dennis Gale not stopping. No surcease here. Jimmy Golden, he can bend the rules too when he needs to. Snap mare there by Dennis Gale. Tag is made. Jimmy Golden comes in with a boot drop across the head. Dennis has got one leg, and Jimmy's got the other. Maybe they made a wish with that wishbone. Referee Larry Brock trying to get Robert Fuller calmed down on the apron. That's hard to do.
Ron Fuller in the ring.
Nobody throws a punch like the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller. Nobody. And they never will.
Oh, Brian Brock might be hitting a new octave by the night's end.
Absolutely. Now, snap mare and throws him over. Jimmy Golden stepping over, got that leg. Tag is made, Ron Fuller coming in. Quick tags in and out. That's the way to wear the man down, and they have been pulling this man apart. They're going to split him completely open. And you see Michael Patrick and Robert Fuller fresh on the ring and not able to help out much right now. Now Dennis Gale choking and a leg to help. Talk about pandemonium right here at CCW from Blakely, Georgia. All 6 of these men will be in Dothan for CCW 2.0. See them live in Dothan May 11th. Along with the legends and the young lions of pro wrestling. It's going to be a huge night. You don't want to miss it. Hard right hand by Dennis Gale. Dennis Gale coming up with Jerry Stubbs and a lights out match, and these two are going at it, and it's going to be rough, I tell you that. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Right to the eyes now. Brian Brock trying to gain some offensive here. He sends Dennis Gale up against a boot of Michael Patrick.
Well, now tagging Ron. Robert Fuller was about to come in, and then comes Maniac Michael Patrick. Now they have Dennis Gale in no man's land. Robert Fuller holding him while Patrick just wails away on him. Now he grabs him to snap mare. Good chop. Block, chop to the back by Bam Bam. And now a punch to the throat looks like Michael Patrick cutting him off. Low blow there by Patrick and all choking him with those tongues. With a man like Dennis Gale, you got to go all in because that man is not going to back down. He would fight a chainsaw and give it the first 10 rounds.
Robert Fuller taking advantage of the distraction.
He's got that bear hug. 6'10" on Dennis Gale and right in between where he needs to get to his partners. Patrick trying to stop him. Tag is made and Jimmy Golden tag, but I don't know if the referee saw it. Larry Brock distracted. So many men in this ring, it's hard to stay focused. It's hard to know what to watch.
Now the triple team in the corner. Oh, and now it's really breaking down as Jimmy Golden and Ron Fuller in the ring now.
Donnybrook ensuing here now. All 6 men now in action. Robert Fuller pounding away on the head of Cowboy Dennis Gale.
Larry Brock has lost control of this one. Now the Dirty Blondes meet in the middle of the ring.
Ron Fuller, Jimmy Golden throw them right into each other. Both men go down. Double clothesline. And Robert Fuller continuing.
Now covered by Dennis Gale. 1, 2, and Dennis picks up the victory.
He got the pin. After all that melee, Cowboy Dennis Gale from Jakin, Georgia, he got the victory. It's going to be Ron Fuller, Tennessee stud, Cowboy Dennis Gale, and gorgeous Jimmy Golden victorious.
Robert Fuller decided to switch teams to partner with the Blondes, and now finds himself on the losing end.
Somebody is very unhappy right now. You'll be seeing Robert Fuller with the Blondes at CCW 2.0 May 11th. Don't miss it.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you next week.
So long.